Hi Kiwi! Alright, we are back with Hades 1 today. We're going to be running the Twin Fists once more with a single heat, giving enemies slightly more HP. I'm going to start with the Zeus keepsake, because I believe his attack boon would be pretty strong with the chain lightning on this attack, since it attacks so rapidly.
Rewarded.
Let's see.
My good sister Demeter already tried to poison you against me, as I understand, young man. Oh, foster sister, she prefers, I say, loath as she is to accept her role as part of our great family.
Alright, let's see. Did we get the attack? We did not. So, what does that mean for us then? I guess let's take the dash so we can get the fated choice going. Dash causes a lightning bolt to strike nearby enemies. Only 10 damage, so not amazing. But we'll be dashing a lot, so maybe it'll be decent. Hopefully we roll another Zeus and get its attack boon, because that's really what I'm interested in here. Nope, well I dashed right into that. That's my fault. A little too aggro. It's just, you kind of get caught up in the moment of just how punchy you are. It is fun to be so punchy. So very fast and punchy. The dash attack does a pretty substantial amount of extra damage compared to the base attack. Oh cool, we're starting with a hammer already. Hopefully this will give us something good to get excited about, and not a single hit. Like, I think there's a hammer that makes our base attack do a single heavy-duty hit, which probably isn't what we want right now. Let's see, dash upper deals 100% damage in an area. Your attack becomes a 3-hit sequence with 40 base damage each, or after using your special, 90 damage in an area where you land. So I'm pretty sure this is exactly what I was thinking of. But that is a lot of damage. 40 base instead of our little hits. I don't know, is it worth it though? Let's take it and see how it plays. Oh, that's a lot slower, yeah. I guess Zeus isn't so relevant anymore. Oh well. The damage is decent, and if we can get a better attack boon, maybe Aphrodite's attack boon would make the most sense here then. Yeah, maybe I'll aim for Aphro. I could make an argument for Artemis as well, especially if... No, never mind, I can't get her dash strike because of... Oh, well, look who it is. I can't get Artemis's dash strike because I already took the Zeus dash. Zeus's dash isn't doing much for me just yet, but we'll see. 10 damage on each dash is at least something. Just not a whole lot of something. Ran right into that one. I'm dashing a little willy-nilly, and I could probably be a little bit more responsible. Well, we'll just keep punching things for now. Alright, Aphro, your attack, maybe?
Something has stirred within your heart, dearest. Oh, I can always tell. A certain kind of love for family? Yes, that must be it, I think. What could have transpired with you,
I met me mom. Alright, special cast. No one wants to give me their attack boon. Come on, guys. I mean... This would be a... Crush Shot might be decent here because I'm going to be close range anyway. Special deals more damage, but I'm not really building into my special on this weapon. You don't really use the special that much. Or I can use that. I think I'll take the cast. I had no idea if this is going to be any decent. Let's go for the keys because we want to try and unlock the rail if we can. Alright. Alright, not a true mini-boss. That's fine. Honestly, I feel as though taking this hammer may have been a DPS down in hindsight. Oh well, whoop. We will see. We will see. That was really not a very difficult room for what it gave. I don't think we'll take any of that just yet, and we definitely need some HP to be more tanky, so this is... As far as room options go, this is a pretty reasonably good option for us. I'm not using the Black Shawl anymore, so I don't have to worry about getting back attacks. I think that's something to remember, because I was trying to position for them, sort of. Ares. How does Ares fit into this picture? Ares' attack sounds terrible on this weapon, I think. But the flat damage increase could be nice. I already got Aphro's cast that I forgot to use. I don't think I want Ares in the God Pool on this one. Yeah, I think that's a bad call. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not thinking of some things, but I think I'd rather have Afro Zeus.
You're not angry with me, are you, Charon, mate? No hard feelings about that whole battle to the death thing last time, right, Charon? Especially since you absolutely demolished me. I was just messing with you, you know that, right? Always appreciate your sense of humor, mate.
We really didn't get much in the way of gold, so unfortunately I can't buy anything. Unfortunately, we're getting forced into a Dionysus pick, which really isn't what I want on this build either. But we'll take what we can get, I guess. Try and kill your little spawnling so I don't have to worry about them spreading lasers everywhere. I think with this weapon, one of the things I need to do more is dash strike, because my dash strike does a ton of damage. Thankfully, this doesn't do a lot of damage even if I'm getting hit. It does rapid fire single hits, so it's more an issue if I get hit, stay in the line of fire. But a single hit isn't that big of a deal. Trying to use my dash attack as much as possible because it does so much damage.
Smashing.
You're getting somewhere, man. I understand you made it up to Asphodel before. Now that is progress. Keep it up. You keep on going, yeah?
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Your attack inflicts hangover. Really not exactly what I want. This is pretty decent, though. If I'm below 50% HP, restore to 50% HP. Maybe I take that. Although, look, I haven't gotten his call yet. I mean, it's epic. It's hard not to take this. I know the objectively correct choice here, but what about his call? That's a pretty solid damage. 17 every point. So that's 34 damage every second for 9 seconds. That's a fair bit of damage. And this, no, I don't want that on my attack. I don't think, at least. I attack too slow to really apply it realistically well. Yeah, so it's going to be one of these two. I'm taking the call. I know it's the wrong choice. Like, the other one probably would win me the run, but I'm trying to get the Fated Prophecy lists cleared as quick as possible, and it gives us a little bit of variety to see new things on the runs. So I'm going to take the poor decision for the sake of meta progression. As it is, this is early on enough in the game where my decisions are more important about the long term than the short term, I suppose. Yeah, there are benefits to be had about getting...
Thank the gods. Always time to fish.
What am I even trying to say? There are benefits to getting the short-term wins. I know the game is effectively beaten when you get at least... Pardon me. If you get 10 wins, you effectively beat the game, quote-unquote. I think we take Sisyphus and take the heal that he'll give. I want those keys, but it's not worth it right now.
In the depths of Tartarus reside the most wretched of all the shades who linger for eternity within the underworld, whose lord and master is especially unkind to those attempting to cheat death.
I need to remember.
Wretchedness to go around, I guess. Hello,
I need to
sir.
remember to use my cast a little bit more. I'm not using it at all.
Prince said, I'd not expected to run into you again, not after all this time. Something amiss down in the house, or what? Not had much company of late, is all.
Well, something's just about always amiss back home, sir. Figured it couldn't hurt to check up on things in Tartarus a bit more frequently.
Well, I am grateful for it. I and the old boulder there, in turn. I'm used to going lengthy stretches on my own, but having visitors from time to time would do me well.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe I'm going to either take the gold or the darkness. I don't think I have that much damage, and I think I can get through Meg fine. So... yeah, let's take the darkness.
It's all yours.
58 darkness, not bad.
Mate.
And more HP, exactly what we want. Well, we need the survivability. I feel like I'd be sitting in a reasonably decent... oh, goodness, that's a lot of damage. I feel like I'd be sitting in a reasonably decent spot if I got it around 150. Certainly more than that. HP would do me quite well. Yeah, the cast actually does a fair bit of damage. I just have to remember to use it. But it works well with our build because it's a close range attack that applies Afro's weak curse, which is quite good for us since we're going to be prone to taking damage anyway, being melee range and whatnot.
Yes.
We'll take the Infernal Trove here.
You truly
And I think-
are an idiot, aren't you?
Yes, but that's neither here nor there. Punch all the things! Punch all the things! That actually went pretty cleanly.
enough now to collect.
So I have enough gold to buy a boon here, but I honestly think I'm going to save my gold and get the HP. And this should be the last room before Meg. Alright. Do we actually get Meg, or do we get more Tisiphone? Or the other sister, whose name I've forgotten. We get the other.
Hi there.
Oh, finally. I've been waiting for this. Really.
You must be one of Megaros' lovely sisters. I don't believe we've had the pleasure. Waiting for what exactly?
I do not remember her name, but I think of the three, she is the one I had the most trouble with, and I don't remember why. So this is going to be a fun battle.
So sick of, doing my regular job, uninterrupted, not having to clean up Meg's messes.
I get the feeling we're starting off on the wrong foot.
Anyway, I always wanted to kill a god. You'll have to do.
Electo, Tormentor of Passions. Okay. Alright. Hey there, sister girl. What is your...
She's powering up.
Jeez, okay. Still, I genuinely do not know what her move pool is. Tisiphone, I had like a vague recollection, and she was easy enough to like learn and read. Right. This attack's pretty slow. Oh, she built up rage. Interesting. Oh, okay. So it makes her a lot faster. Yeah. Oh, dash onto a trap. Unfortunate. She's holding my castle. Oh, well, I wasted that. Unfortunate. Yeah, she's a lot harder than the other ones, that's for sure. At least I can repeatedly apply weak. Seems like if I stay behind her, I'm a little bit safer. Oh, she's raging. Whoop! I would very much not like to use a Death Defiance here if I don't have to. I think phasing her did knock her out of her rage, although she's immediately back into it. Okay, I thought I remembered the Ares cast being one of her attacks. Interesting enough. I shouldn't have taken that. I shouldn't have taken either of those hits, frankly. This is unideal. Alright, I'm gonna bail out while she's raging, because I think her attack speed just goes way up. Okay, we've got our cast. Let's go ahead and put that on her. I'll try and drop the Dionysus cast, or call rather. I'm not making a promise that I'm gonna win here, but I'm gonna try. Ah, she got me. Last second. It's fine. We got her. Alright, not the cleanest Electo fight, but my first time fighting her in who knows how long, so...
I don't like her very much.
Me neither, Zag. I'd also like to point out that I only got one Zeus boon, and it wasn't the one I was looking for, and I still don't even have an attack boon.
Electo failed.
Guess I'll grab Aphrodite's keepsake and
Okay.
hope that she gives me an attack boon this time. Okay, good to know. So I can get another Death Defiance if I hold on to a 200 coin. So we'll try and do that, and hopefully I'll be offered it again in the coming floors. Tartarus seems to be the place I have the most issue in terms of taking
Change of scenery.
unnecessary damage. I need to be careful about trying to trigger dialogue while other dialogue is running. It always cancels each other out if I'm looking at like the scenery sort of dialogues. So unfortunately we didn't get to hear what he thought of Tartarus today, but that's fine. I really do respect how much dialogue they recorded for this game. It's genuinely impressive. You know, I kind of honestly forgot that Athena is even an option in this game, because I have not seen her in many runs now. Well, I can feel my punches are wearing, or like the efficacy of my punches are kind of running thin now. Ah, they clipped me with that. I'm gonna get burnt. Oh, Hermes, what are you doing there, bud?
You've been already for my pub, haven't you, cuz? Wonderful guy. Don't get to spend a lot of time together, though. You know how that is. Well, see ya.
Bye-bye. Alright, did you give us the attack? You did not. But 10% dodge chance on a weapon that gives us a base, an addition. What is it? What does the aspect of Zag give at its base level? Do I get to see the weapon? There it is. Greater or heavy knuckle? No. Can I not see my actual aspect here? I guess I can't. The aspect of Zag gives you a base dodge chance. All right, I think we're gonna take Afro over HP here because we need an attack boon. We really need something to start getting our damage to scale because it right now is
More slam dances?
frustratingly lackluster. Really, I was in mid-dash and I still got hit by that, unfortunately. Yeah. My damage definitely... Well, that one was my own fault. I know those guys spawn a bomb on death. Oh. But my damage is definitely already fallen off a little bit, which isn't ideal. Whoop! Oh, right. That time I just forgot. No getting around it. Oh, good. You jumped into the poison. I am taking a lot. Like I said before, Tartarus is where I am prone to taking the most damage, and I am feeling that pretty badly right now. All right, Afro, please give me an attack. And, well, it's the weakest form, but it's still a 50% increase, so I guess we'll take what we can get. Having pretty bad luck with this on this run. We'll go for the Nectar.
Moving right along.
Trying to unlock as many early keepsakes as I can. Oh, thank goodness, a fountain chamber. That helps a lot here.
This has to be the chamber renovation. I
Okay, well, we've got a better fighting chance, and cool, we'll get a Dionysus mini-boss room. So maybe I can get the Nectar passive that gives HP. Oh, this is gonna be a rough fight. Giant Gorgon head. Mega Gorgon. Sorry. I got hit by that at the last second. Oh, cool, we'll get a Chaos Gate after all this, too. Go ahead, pop that. Probably should have waited until the, whatever this stone giant thing is called, fell to hit him with the Dionysus call as well. Oh, I'm getting flummy. Pardon me. I'm sorry that I'm clearing my throat into the microphone. I take my coffee with milk because I'm a wimp and can't handle anything bitter in flavor. So, my apologies, but I am a little phlegmy right now. I've also learned very quick. I've started recording Undertale videos at this point, and I'm voice acting for them, and I very quickly discovered that it turns out it is a terrible idea to drink milk before voice acting. Special inflicts hangover? No. Deal more damage when 3 or more are afflicted. You take less damage at below 40% HP. I think we take that. It's not 15% damage reduction isn't that huge, but it may help.
might as well.
Hopefully Chaos gives something that benefits our attack damage, because that is what our build is supposed to be here.
The fathomless expanses hidden in darkest corners of the underworld stretch well past the notice of Lord Hades himself. And yet, the interfering prince somehow discovers passage there.
Or so I would hope, at least, but the game has been actively... The game is actively trying to not let me use my attack in this build.
It is as though it had ingested something that did not sit well. Perhaps the earth itself wishes to spit you up and out.
An interesting thought. Let's see. Each time you attack, you take damage. Cast deals more damage to your attack. Okay, here we go. So for the next 4 encounters, your dash has less range, and afterwards I attack 38% stronger. I mean, we have to take that. All right, let's see. Okay, that dash range reduction is pretty notable. But honestly, for our build right now, that's pretty good because it means I stay in range of Zeus's boon pretty reliably. It just also means that I'm not going to be dodging any attacks realistically. So I have to be a little bit careful, or just go full monkey mode and pretend like that doesn't even matter, which arguably for me it doesn't. If things die faster, I die less quickly. Whoop. Alright, I'm starting to remember... I'm both starting to remember that I have 2 dashes and that enemies that drop bombs do that. Definitely still taking more damage than is ideal, but I think we're dealing all right. And all this attack up on our base attack will help a lot. Like, we've almost... With this, when the Chaos Boon pops, we'll effectively have almost doubled our base attack damage, which is pretty substantial, given that is all of our damage right now, especially when I continuously forget to use my cast. Alright. Hermes for the attack speed or Charon for whatever boon he may offer. I think I'm going to go for the attack speed because we could really use some attack speed. There's no guarantee I get attack speed here, but if we do get it, that would be huge. Was this our last room before the boss? I think it was, darn.
Olympus, I accept this message.
One more dash, attack is faster, special is faster. I mean, one more dash is also arguably maybe the better choice here. I mean, yeah, I think I have to... Because I was offered something better, I'm going to take the something better. Alright, we've got learning. Here we go. Probably, objectively speaking, should have gone for the Charon chop. Oh well, let's see if I can get through this fight without dying.
I wouldn't mess with me if I were you.
Oh, I'm going to mess with you, he says. Oh, really? I still got hit by the chin move? Unfortunate. Haha! The dodge chance from Hermes popped in there and saved me a hit. Alright, I'm gonna save... I learned my lesson from the last one. I need to save my cast. Really, I'm still getting hit by all that. Like, no matter what I do, I'm mashing and I'm still getting hit. Unfortunate. Alright, well, we know he's gonna use it after at least one attack, so I'll just try and predict it going forward. Whoa. Why are you guys all spawning on top of your lava? That's so cheap. Oh no. Just trying to get as much damage in as possible. This is really bad positioning for me. That lava just being underneath him. Alright, we've got this one. Cool. Yeah, the Zeus dash boon that I've gotten definitely scales the more dashes I have. Unfortunately, it's very hard to melee enemies when they're just sitting on top of lava. I'd say our DPS is pretty reasonable, honestly. I just have to bail out before he uses his chin move, which he seems to alternate with his base attack, like his form specific attack, and then okay, we've got Greater Call now. Let's go ahead and pop it. This should last a pretty long time, so I'm just going to try and pop as much damage onto them with the poison as possible and watch them bleed out. Alright, this one's still alive, but is also sitting on a bunch of lava. I think as long as I spam my dash appropriately, though, I'm not easily taking damage here. Alright, so you'll probably use a triple chin move on the next chance you get, so I'm going to DPS when I can, and then I'm going to bail out. Oh no, you're just spamming your lava pool. This is not an ideal situation for me. Alright, I haven't died yet. He keeps dropping them underneath him, which does not help. I'm going to pop this and try and get some chip damage. There we go. Okay. Not a terrible boss.
Enough.
And no death, which is most important here. Okay. So what keepsake do I want now? Because I got the Aphrodite attack, and that's really all I really cared about. Could go for that. I honestly may just take the Black Shawl. Or maybe Myrmidon Bracer would be good here because I'll be face tanking a lot of stuff using the gauntlets. I just fear that I'm going to dash through things and get hit in the behind. Yeah, maybe that's not the right call. I think I'll just stick with Black Shawl since that seems to be a reliable DPS up, even if it's only 15% damage right now. It's still more than I would have had otherwise. Alright, I definitely have enough to purchase a Death Defiance. Let's try and get some HP, and we'll try and get a better rarity boon and see what it gives us. So I'm just trying to keep my money above 200. I know I could buy things from Charon's shop, and objectively maybe that would be the better option, especially if I need food before going into Theseus and Asterion. I think right now they're the bosses that are going to give me the most trouble, just because they've always been the ones that give me the most trouble. But
Lovely place to have to smash my way through.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is not the build to be easily managing those guys. I feel like it's going to be hard for me to get a palm on my attack, and the odds of me getting that are low. I'm going to take the gold so that I know that I have money to buy a heal if it's offered in the shop prior to the boss fight. And then I'll still have money left over for the Death Defiance should I be offered it. It is vaguely satisfying to just run up to these guys and punch them in the face. Like, these are legendary heroes holding these great weapons, and I am just punching them in the face. Being like, I don't appreciate what you stand for and what you do here. Please let me greet you with my fists as a way of demonstrating my sentiments. Oh, wait. You indeed. Alright, any Well of Charon that's spawned in here. We have to be on the lookout. These rooms are sometimes fairly big, and it means the Wells of Charon can easily go missed. We're going to keep stacking up Chthonic keys, because next run we'll definitely be going for the rail. I think I have enough now. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe I have enough. The DPS sure does come out fast with this weapon. Although I wonder if I had gotten the Zeus attack boon, and then had gotten on top of that everything else, would that be better than what I got for? Or I hadn't taken the 3-hit combo on the first hammer. Whoop. Yeah, I don't know what to do about those for my disappointingly low range. I don't know necessarily what to do. Well, that's unfortunate for him. Awesome. Okay, so that's a good attack up, and now look at that. We're getting another hammer, and hopefully this time we will get something that gives us a whole lot of power on these gauntlets, but we will see.
Death approaches. Thought you could just get away from me, did you?
Hi, Than. Good to see Thanatos again. I miss this guy.
I figured it was only a matter of time before Father sent you after me to do his dirty work.
I know it's not quite the same. In fact, it's not really the same at all. But I do appreciate that, like, the little bit of, like, what is it, the chimes, the music here, the chimes in the background. It gives me oddly if you've ever watched Dragon Ball Z, the music, I think that plays when Majin Buu, for Majin Buu, it gives me Majin Buu's theme vibes a little bit. Just eerie and playful at the same time.
Is that really why you think I'm here? Let's see how many of these exalted champions you can send back to their dooms. Unless you'd rather I would send you back to yours.
Alright, so basically it's a DPS challenge. We need to kill things faster than he does. He one-shots everything. Or I think what he does is he puts like a doom counter on things and they die if they're in that AoE. I think that's what it is. Thankfully these guys are fairly spread out. And if I recall, if you beat him in his challenge, you get an HP up. At least in the past you have. I don't think he can hurt you, but I do not remember. I hope he cannot hurt you. Alright. Yeah. I'm not going to out-DPS him on the high HP enemies, but I can certainly focus on the weaker ones and take care of them quickly. Trying my best not to get hit by these traps, and mostly succeeding in that endeavor. Ah, whoosh. Like, that's the one thing that's the problem about these sort of challenges, is that I am very prone to taking damage for the sake of speed. Oh, okay, bye, Than. Dash Strike deals more damage to armor. Attack, I think we take this, because that's a flat damage increase that will be... Yeah. Let's take the attack up. Plus, we haven't gotten that yet. See, there we go. Than gave us an HP up.
You left, without so much as telling me goodbye. I suppose you knew I'd catch up with you sooner or later. Is that it? No escaping death and all?
I left when it was necessary, Than. I thought of you and hoped you'd understand. I have to do this.
That's more motivation than I've ever heard from you. Well, if you won't say it, I'll say it. Goodbye, Zagreus.
He sounds really hurt about Zagreus leaving without him. Alright, I still do not want Ares, and a mini-boss here is not going to help me either, so we're going to skip Ares here and take the mid-shop, which gives us another Aphrodite boon. That's excellent. Okay, I have a lot of money here, and I could use it. Athena, though. Athena. Do I want Athena, or do I want HP? I think I honestly want HP. I want to be as tanky as possible. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take Aphrodite, and I'm going to take the HP. And I'm going to take Aphrodite first, because I think she gives a boon that can potentially increase how much I heal.
My powers, dearest, ought to go hand in hand with those of Dionysus, with his power to persuade the mind to find such beauty where it isn't really.
Ah.
No need to flatter me like that there, Lady Aphrodite. Beauty's almost entirely within the mind, I'm sure. And in the muscles, and the jawline, and the winning smile, and, well, who am I to tell you, yeah?
Alright. Duo boon already. Your hangover effects can stack more times against weak foes. Unfortunately, the only way I really have to apply hangover right now is my call, but... I mean, we've never gotten this, and it may be hard to find it again. Don't want that. That could be decent, but yeah, I think we take the duo here. May as well. Alright. Let's try and get as much HP as we can here. The tankier I am going into Theseus and Hades, the better I'll be in the long run. Oh, really? That does not kill. I am lucky that it was not in the range. Okay, it looks like my Zeus sprint can hit these close enough if they're close enough. Not a fan of this, though. I have to say, not a fan of this. Maybe if I dash through them like that. Right, yeah, we're going to be just focusing on bursting them down with the Zeus dash, as funny as that is. They actually, I think they explode if they get close enough, so as long as I'm mashing through them, I think I'm okay.
These fists are going to do the talking soon.
Can we have fewer of these guys, please? I think we just have to focus on letting these guys explode before I even deal with the shielders. Alright, there we go. Now we are free to do as we please a little bit more easily. I will say that Aphrodite Dionysus duo combo will be really good for when I have the fully charged call. Alright, so no matter what, I have to fight a mini-boss here. Do I take the darkness or the gems? Is there a way to check what I have? There is here. Okay, so I don't have much in the way of gems, and I have a reasonable amount of darkness, but I'm not going to be able to use it for anything because I have to use keys to unlock more of the mirror. So I'm going to take the gems for now because that'll give me potentially more immediate benefits. Alright, and thank goodness, it's not a proper mini-boss, it's just a bunch of champion enemies. I can deal with those. Surprised I didn't take any damage there, to be honest. Okay, there we go. That's more along the lines of what we expected. Alright, let's go ahead and pop that. I'm afraid I'm going to be taking a lot of damage in this room unless I get these splitters taken care of sooner than later. Really? I'm honestly surprised that hit me, but okay. There we go.
A gift.
At least I don't do much damage here, which is appreciated because I am prone to taking damage in these sort of scenarios. Okay, I was like, is that going to be pronounced charp? Thankfully it wasn't, because that would have been silly, right? I think I'm going to still go for the coin over the palm. I don't reliably trust that I'll get it on my attack, and literally my attack boon is the only one that matters in this build in terms of what I can reliably pomegranate. So, well, really, you sniped me through all of that. I'm kind of impressed and I'm equal parts upset, and I got caught on the wall. My goodness. Unlucky. Yeah, I don't know why I even bothered popping in that special there. The special is not what makes these weapons good. Oh, goodness, you have armor. Okay. Those are kind of larger than usual, aren't they? Is it just me? Alright, drinking the milk before recording was a terrible decision. Alright, it wasn't milk, but you know what I mean. Drinking the highly dairy concentrated coffee. I'll take a look. I'll clear my throat and after the next episode. Whoop, hello. Alright, let's get rid of these Hot Wheels. Alright, got rid of the eyeball and got rid of all the archers. Now it's just this one shielder, which we can deal with pretty easily. Pretty handily, if you would. Get it? Get it? Handily, because I punched them so well. Yeah, if you stopped watching just after that, I don't blame you. I would have too. More coin or more... They're really trying to feed us a lot of coin. I'll take more coin. It'll let me heal before Theseus, assuming Charon is willing to be cooperative in that aspect. He might still be a little salty about me trying to steal 300 coin off of him, and then letting him just spank me real bad with his ore. I know I am anthropomorphizing a non-sentient creature, but you know, let me roleplay a little bit of Zag. Let me enjoy my self-insert hero moments. I'm starting to remember to use my cast a little bit more reliably. It does seem like I can accidentally cancel the animation if I'm dashing right after I use it, though, so I have to be a little bit more mindful than I am right now. Alright, this should be the end of this room, and punch. Alright, so we are sitting pretty on a whole stack of coins, so hopefully this shop is kind to us. I'm pretty sure this is the final shop before the boss fight, so I'm gonna... As much as a free Dionysus boon sounds nice, I think, yeah, look at all that. That's a lot of good stuff for us. We're gonna be very tanky with these gauntlets on. Let's start with Aphrodite again.
Use this.
Your god gauge charges up automatically, but is capped at 25%. Huh. This is a duo, but with Zeus. Okay. 1% every 0.2 seconds. I mean, is it worth it, honestly? Resist some damage. Your special deals more to weak foes, or deals more damage and inflicts weak. I think I take Smoldering Air because, again, we're trying to get the Fate of Prophecies.
Let's go, team.
I honestly feel like with my current build, that's a bit of a nerf.
Pleasure doing business.
But I don't know for sure, honestly. Well, we are very tanky, which is awesome. Let's see how this goes. I still think I focus on taking Asterion down first, though.
The gods are testing us once more, Asterius. For how else to explain this fiend approaching us, bearing such blessings as would normally be fit only for heroes such as we?
You do know I'm related to them, right? The god of the dead is my father. I'm sure word's gotten around. Not that I want deferential treatment from the likes of you.
Good, for you'll get nothing of the sort. The gods are on my side, not yours, monster. What business would they have abetting you?
More than you appreciate. I do. Alright, so my cast generates pretty fast, and the chip damage from the poison will definitely add up very quickly. Oh, whoa. I'm just going to focus on DPSing them as quick as possible. I think that's ultimately what I need to do here. Oh, wait. Surprised that didn't hit me. At least, you know what? Maybe this actually works better because it means I can really easily apply the poison, the hangover damage rather, but it's basically poison, let's be honest. If this isn't the equivalent of poison, I don't know what you would call it. Ah, got hit by the Theseus spear. I'm timing my dodges entirely wrong, but at least I have positive outlook helping me dodge some of the damage, thankfully. Yeah, it's interesting, but I think the Zeus dash honestly kind of paid off more than I expected it to. I have taken so much damage to just Asterius, though. We've almost got him, and then we can really just primarily focus on I'm gonna get back here so that I didn't block that at all. Wow. There we go. Okay, that's Asterius. Sorry, I beat your boyfriend. Theseus is a lot less tanky than Asterion, but he still has a pretty sizable HP pool. The Dionysus call does work, though. It's like, I guess because we're stacking it up so much, it just adds up so much. I'm ignoring the Poseidon boon, or the Poseidon call he got. That's so funny. Whoop, that's different. Alright, one more hit and I'm dead. Alright, 0 more hits and I'm dead. But that's fine, I've still got 2 Death Defiances, and more importantly, we've got Theseus. That's a very sparkly, pretty despawn.
That's one champion unseated.
Alright, so we've got one more Death Defiance left, and I have enough coin to hopefully be able to buy another.
Thanks for believing in me, my good shade.
I like my one red shade. He is friend. I remember in my original playthrough, I thought it was this big guy over here that was our fan, and I never noticed that it's this little red guy. But I appreciate him now, and I will make sure that I always appreciate him. And it's silly too, considering that he smiles at you when you acknowledge him.
Go on and try.
Oh, I'm gonna punch you bad. Alright, that said, I wasn't really using the Black Shawl effectively. I think the correct choice here is to give myself as much of a fighting chance as possible. We're gonna take the Lucky Tooth. And do we get another Death Defiance? We do not. None of these are immediately appealing to me, so I'll save my coin and hope that I get offered a shop in the next floor.
I'm almost to the top. Check.
Alright. Final floor. Can we do this? Let's find out.
What's with the air up here? Some of those urns have coin in them, don't they?
They sure do, and we're picking them up. Alright, let's see what we have to potentially look forward to. Nothing terribly exciting.
Not far from here, the dead begin their journey to their final resting place down in the depths below. And so the river boatman Charon often passes through.
Generous selection of his wares.
Alright, so mostly palms, almost to spite me for not taking them at all during this run. That's kind of funny. Could also go for the anvil and see what that gives me.
The fishing point.
And here we get Demeter out of nowhere. Okay.
Come to me, fishies.
Oh, I almost clicked it. There we go.
Now, I caught a scuffer.
Yeah, I almost scuffed it, alright. Alright, so let's see. With these in mind, I think the first thing I do is I go for the HP, probably, so that I have a better fighting chance if I'm going to go for those mini-boss rooms after the fact. I save my money. I'm going to save my money until I can prove to myself whether I can buy a Death Defiance or not. So let's go for the HP and see if we can find any Wells of Charon. Honestly, this dual boon feels pretty solid for our Dionysus cast. Or, sorry, Dionysus Call, rather. I'm definitely going to get poisoned a lot here. Yep, there we go. Let's get out of there. Grab that. So yeah, the most important strategy for for when you're in this area is to make sure that you know at all times where the poison clearing of pools are, because you will need to dash to them pretty rapidly. Actually, my own advice, I already forgot it. I wasn't paying attention to that. And now you just poisoned to death. There we go. Okay, cool. Not taking too much damage. We have some pretty good, like, survivability options in this build, admittedly, because we have the dodge chance on top of the damage. I think we got a damage reduction boon. Oh, you know what? It's only if we're below 40% HP, but still. It's still pretty solid. Whoop, whoop, dodge that. Get the poison off. Really, I got poisoned by that. Oh well. Whoop. I guess if I'm dealing poison, you can deal poison too. My damage is definitely overall fairly lackluster, admittedly, but we're making it work. We are making it work.
Who dies next?
I just have to time my dodges with the sound of him charging up his projectile. That's all it is. Can also do this to be really cheeky. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of lasers. Those guillotines do a lot of damage, so I have to be careful to not get hit by them. But I can also... Oh, I'm poisoned again. Uh-oh. Alright, I took a lot of damage in this room, unfortunately. Which isn't a good showing, considering this wasn't... Was this even a mini-boss room? It was not. This was just our first of the chambers. So, not a great showing, but we've got a lot more HP to show for it, I guess. And putting it into perspective, every time I get more HP, it means another Death Defiance heals me more, because the Lucky Tooth heals me for a flat amount, but the base Death Defiance heals me for, I think, half my HP. What do I take now? I'm going to go for the Dionysus Spoon, because if I pull the heal to 100% when you get a fountain, that will be extremely helpful for the end of this floor. It'll make sure that I go into Hades with full HP. Whoops. My controller got unplugged. There we go. There it is. Yeah, it will. All right. That's exactly what we wanted. That is going to help us a lot. I was just debating if I wanted the to buy the gems as well, but I think I'll skip them for now. Let's save it for some funsies on what we can buy in Charon's shop. It seems it's a lot. I have to admit, it's a lot harder to reliably dodge the satyr poison when I am trying to be as melee as possible. I think what nope, never mind. I was going to say what I need to do is time it so that I dodge when they are making their sound, but that didn't seem to have worked, unfortunately.
Let's think about this.
That's a lot of gold to sell for that, but I don't think it's worth it. No, none of these do I want to sell. Absolutely not. All right.
Another one of those especially gigantic vermin.
Especially gigantic vermin, indeed. I honestly can kind of cheese this boss, though. Because my cast builds up. Oh, I got poison. Hold on. Oh, no. Let's get out of here. Because I can try and use these to deal reliable damage. Oh. I don't even know what's poisoning me, to be frankly. I know it's... I think I got hit by the trap there and thankfully evaded it. Like, I can definitely use these traps offensively. It's just... do I want to do that? Well, the answer is yes. These traps do a lot of damage. I've kind of got it in this awkward loop. Alright, we're almost at the point where I can start stun locking it with attacks. Oh. Once its armor is gone, I should be able to handle it pretty handily. I made the pun again, although I swear it's not entirely intentional. The first time, maybe. That time, it just apparently is the choice of verbiage I am using in this scenario for some reason. Alright, I can probably just punch it to death now. And then we just have to kill its friend. Alright, not the worst room. Could have been better.
Those things.
Let's see, special inflicts hangover, not interested. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Using a fountain restores all HP and gives you bonus damage 4%. I don't care about the... I mean, the bonus damage is a nice bonus, but it's not what I'm interested in.
Inside the filth-encrusted layers carved into the looming edifices of the underworld lie such terrible abominations that not even grim Lord Hades is inclined to speak of them.
This gigantic vermin head deserves a lot more credit, if you ask me.
Cute.
Got to find something for Cerberus.
I appreciate that there is commentary on the environmental design as much as the character interactions in this game.
The widely feared and many-headed Cerberus, the underworld sentinel, presides over the entrance to this realm, devouring whole those fool enough to make attempts to flee.
He loves to eat. Can you blame him?
No, I'm hungry too. I love to eat. Alright. I'm going to save the palm for last, because if I don't have to fight another mini-boss, I would rather not. Especially if we pull the very tiny vermin. I forget its proper name, but that sounds miserable. So I am still objectively refusing to take any form of pomegranate this run, it seems. And that how funny would it be if if the Satyr Sack is truly in that room after all the effort I put in to not take a I almost said a Pomeranian. Oh geez. Oh, I'm stuck on a wall. Please let me through. Why can't I move? Why can't I move? Oh, I could move. I was just in the wrong. I lost track of where Zagreus was. Oops. I was in the corner, but I thought I was not. All right. That was kind of just a really awkward room, unfortunately. Let me out! Let me out! You are out. Oh. Let me out better! I'm not sure what to... I can't justify what just happened. I misplayed. That's all it is. As long as I kind of alternate hits on these guys, neither of them are going to get an attack off. Okay. Is this the final room? Let us find out. It is.
Coin from the dead.
Cool.
A special treat for Cerberus.
Alright, and we're back to full HP. Now, as greedy as I could be to get these other two rooms, I am not checking these other pathways. We are going straight for Daddy. Let's just see what I can take here now. So I have 421 HP, no, coin. I don't want to potentially lose the power up on my fists, because we know how this is going to happen. So I think, let's see what Athena can offer, because I don't know. Deflect. After you take damage, damage foes around you and briefly deflect. Resist damage from foes' attacks. So 5% damage reduction could help. Honestly, the revenge damage sounds kind of nice. Or I could try and using the special, but I don't see this. I don't see myself using this at all. Let's take Holy Shields, because we haven't gotten that before yet. And then our only other option is this Pomegranate, so... Well, would you look at that? I actually got I got the attack boon. Or should I go for the hangover damage, honestly, because that's an extra 5... I think overall I'll deal more damage with the base attack, so let's do that. 20% damage is nothing to sniff at.
Cerberus moves for no one, but for Satasax, he can make an exception.
He's a very good boy.
Thank you, boy.
The sack contains vermin.
Made it again.
Alright, here we go. Could this be our second victory? I know I got at least one. I may have gotten more than that. I don't actually remember because it's been quite some time.
Every blasted time.
You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless.
I found her, Father, and I'm going to find Mother again. And again and again until I have some answers finally. She'd like some answers too, beginning with, why did you never tell her that I lived? You let her go and left her to her grief.
Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and baseless accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall save my breath for this fight.
Alrighty. Throw that cape off, burn it up, and let's fight. Here, have a boom.
Not yet.
Alright. Where are you, Dad? Have some poison, why don't ya? We'll get rid of these. Oh wow, you're spamming them everywhere. Oop, I did not need to take that hit. Oh well. Damage is decent, but I have to remember that I have two phases to deal with, rather. Honestly, that I'd say we have a pretty solid build, all things considered, for what we're doing. Holy 56 damage in one hit.
Why have you forced me to confront you here again?
Right, we need to get rid of these ASAP. Drop some poison, that should do some good damage. You know, these things are tanky, jeez. Alright, I think I just need to bail out when he starts swinging, because I clearly cannot dodge in a in an appropriate timing. Especially when I get hit by that, because that just makes me take more damage. I'm pretty sure it weakens us and makes us take more, or not, weaken is an appropriate term, but oh goodness. I am taking far too much damage here, and it is entirely avoidable. Alright, there's his next phase. We'll just let those pop, I think. Oh good, he's spawning Heroes of Elysium. Oh my goodness. I am throwing hard. I think I'm gonna just bail out and let these expire before I risk anything fancy. Really? Really? I ran into that. That's embarrassing. Alright, I guess we focus on killing his allies then. Man, I can't believe I wasted a Death Defiance already. I'm playing so poorly here. Can't time my dodges right. At least I can deal some really solid damage with the poison, or the hangover, I guess, but you know. Oh my goodness. I did not even come close to reacting to that in a timely fashion. I bail out so that I don't take all the extra damage. I have to mash the dodge button a lot more than I realize I need to. I guess it's ultimately my problem. Alright, pop that. I think we got him. Oh my goodness, really, Jeff? Whatever, let's finish him.
There. Such contempt for your own father. But we are not finished here yet.
I'm like as tanky as I could humanly possibly be. Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't realize that does that. Alright, I'm gonna bail out. Honestly, the right call here may just be to cheese him out with Dionysus Call. Because it just does so much damage, and I am playing extremely poorly here. Yeah, I was like, I think I have to focus on dodging that before I even worry about taking out his little orb. He is laser happy today. Oh my goodness. Alright, so it turns out the Athena... Really, that hit me at the very end there. My damage is kind of falling off. At least I can relatively safe spot him here, but if these pots get broken, I'm pretty sure they just do the big AoE attacks, which I'm not a fan of. Okay. Ah, lasers. Well, there we go. We've got 100 HP left. No. Oh my goodness, no. Kiwi, I'm throwing so hard. Alright, we're playing cheesy. I'm just gonna focus on dodging where applicable. He's a lot faster now. Oh my god, did that really hit me? Okay, I'm one hit from death, Kiwi. I think we threw bad. I was way too aggro and not nearly safe enough for what I needed to do. Okay. That was possibly the lamest way to lose this run. Wow, I threw so hard. I got cocky. I played really unsafe. I wasted Death to Defiances against Theseus. Or actually, did I? Well, whatever the cause. What a lame way to lose. I'm sorry to myself.
What news this time, lad? Did you find your mother once again? No, I failed, sir. No thanks to father. What am I going to do?
Just take it easy now. You got there once. There isn't any question in my mind that you can do it once again. Your father's acting as though nothing's changed besides. So don't lose hope. You're capable of this.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, if I had started playing safe earlier, I think I would have been fine. Like, we got him to a third left of that last phase.
Good to see you back here, boy. I'm glad you're back on guard duty. Even if it means having to find a way past you. You know you're just doing your job.
The fear-inducing hellhound eyes the underworld prince uneasily. His 6 ferocious eyes, each glistening within the dim light of the house.
See you, boy.
Oh, hello, Zagreus. You look a little down, and so I was just wondering, would you perchance fancy a song right now?
Ooh, we get to choose one. In the Blood, heck yeah.
How about In the Blood? That's one of your old hits, right?
Oh, fancy that one, do you? Alas, I've not the heart to sing it anymore. I'm glad you like it, though.
We'll hear it soon enough. Once I get good at this game again. Alright, don't have gems to afford any of the good stuff. Special item, give the house contractor a break and new jobs. Let's take that, we have the diamonds.
You've done so much for us, house contractor. Why don't you do a little something for yourself? Hey, that sounds handy there.
Okay, cool. A lot new things. Better Darker Thirst, more chamber rewards, better... Oh, pomegranates now, or nectar now gives a pomegranate level. Get rerolls for getting keys. Awesome. Okay, these are all very, very, very helpful things.
But the
That was then and this is now, and we have work to do. Anyway, Thin, I think we'd best continue this discussion at some other time.
You're interrupting private conversations, Agrius. Leave us.
No, let him stay if that's what he wants. What does it matter? He's technically allowed within these halls, but he must know he isn't welcome anymore.
They're both hurt by him leaving.
Do what you will with these, my good chef.
Excellent.
All
Can
right,
use
then.
all that. I think that means that we should definitely be able to... Oh, really? I still need one more key. All right, broker. You know the routine. One key for Jeff. Let's see if I can unlock anything here now. Just the Codex Index, which honestly is pretty useful if I'm hunting for duos or legendary boons. Do I want to buy that over potentially being able to afford these sooner? I don't think I do, unfortunately, so I'm going to hold off on that for now. I'm not really fishing for legendaries or duos right now. If I find them, I just get lucky.
Can you tell me something more of Chaos, Nyx? I have a lot of questions.
My place is not to speak too openly of Chaos, child. It is their own prerogative to tell you of themselves. I can say they are the eldest force within this world. Before them, there was nothing.
Then where did... Never mind.
Alright, we're going to give Dusa a gift before I forget.
Miss Dusa, I wanted you to have this. It's nothing really, just for your hard work.
Prince, I'm really grateful for this, really, and I thought I kind of got something for you.
Thanks, Miss Dusa.
Alright, now we can talk to her before she finally flies away.
I hope you're having a nice stay. Even though you don't want to live here anymore, Your Highness.
Bye.
And there she goes again.
Yep. At least we know she's going to do that. Huh.
That definitely came to pass.
What did? Chthonic colleagues? Okay, cool.
Good to have friends in low places.
So that just gave us a whole bunch of keys, didn't it? Yep. Okay, well. Chthonic colleagues. Fulfill the Chthonic colleagues' prophecy.
Can't sleep.
Well, so much for thinking I wouldn't have keys, right? This is fine. Let's see what Skelly has to say.
Let's try it. Hexagriff, the rail of adamant. Annihilate all who oppose me.
Hey, nice. You know something, boyo? I think you could do a real number on one of these columns, holding up this place and bring the whole thing down in just a few swipes. Boom, boom, boom. And hate to be standing near one of them if you did.
Wreck my father's finely crafted architecture every chance I get. That I can do for sure.
All in good fun with these two. Alright, so we have finally unlocked the rail, which is absolutely a weapon I have not used. Ooh, I do not like... I'm not a fan of the right stick being reload, but I don't really use it for anything else, so I'll just treat it like a buff button. Bombard.
I can't.
Okay, so I can only bombard once per... until it expires. Okay. And you can, okay, I see. So you can dash while reloading. Now what happens if I, okay, I can't fire while reloading. I just wanted to see if I could cancel that out.
The chambers of Tartarus have probably all rearranged themselves by now.
Now, like I've said before, I really have very little experience with the rail. It was by far my least used weapon out of all of them. I think most used was bow, then shield, then sword, and then spear, gauntlets, and rail were kind of the ones I touched the least. But we'll get the chance to play with all of them. Let's see what I can unlock from here now. Arms collector. Unlock each of the infernal arms, which means I should... Oops. No, come back. Back. In theory, I should be able to... Yeah. Okay, that gave us some gems. Cool.
Legendary weapons there.
And I can buy something at the contractor now. So let's run back. I think if I were to choose between infernal troves and urns giving more gold... This can give some meta progression, so let's go with this, because sometimes there are gems in those troves.
Autonomy to do this job upon your earliest convenience, contractor. I can't afford any of this.
Oh gosh, that one costs 500. Gonna be a while before we see that. Let's see what we can get here.
Show me something new.
Boiling Blood. Deal bonus attack and special damage to foes with your cast in them. Infernal Soul. Raise your supply of cast 1 per rank, so that's pretty substantial. What does Stygian Soul do? Regenerate your charge for cast rather than pick it up. Faster by 1 second. I think for now I'll take Infernal Soul because these two combo together extremely well. 1. So now if I can use 2 casts, but I think 3 casts is important. Yeah, like that is 50% more damage. And I don't know if it stacks with this, but if I'm fighting like Asterion and Theseus, for example, if I have each of them holding a cast, then I can do that pretty reliably. So what is Boiling Blood's option B? Abyssal Blood. Reduce movement speed and damage of foes with them in it. I think the damage up is objectively better there. Ruthless Reflex. Gain 50% damage and dodge chance for 2 seconds when you dash just before getting hit. Too spooky for me. I'm still barely dodging as it is, although 50% dodge chance is pretty juicy.
Felt that.
But you'd only have 1 dash. Which honestly, after playing so much of Hades 2, maybe that would be easier for me at this stage. Funny enough. But Kiwi, I think we are all set for our next run. We'll be running the rail. We'll be running the rail in the next attempt. I make no promises that it will go well, as this is, again, a weapon that I have very little experience with, but, I mean, we'll see. With all that said, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are asleep, I hope you are sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.